Arthur had always been a man of simple pleasures and honest hard work. When he married Lydia, he believed he had found his soulmate. Her infectious laugh and vivacious spirit captivated him, and he poured all his love and, unfortunately, all his earnings into their shared life. He worked long hours, his salary respectable, but it never seemed enough. Lydia, it turned out, had an insatiable appetite for the extravagant. Designer bags, spontaneous trips with her friends, lavish dinners, and endless rounds of drinks were her daily routine. She'd charm Arthur into giving her his bank card, promising to be sensible, only for him to find the account drained days later. When direct funds ran out, she moved on to credit cards, opening new ones in his name without his full knowledge, justifying it as investments in their happiness. Arthur, blinded by love and a desperate desire to keep her smiling, let it slide, always hoping things would change. The change came, but not as he hoped. The deluge of bills became a torrent. Loan sharks, maxed out credit lines, and overdue notices piled up. Arthur's once solid finances crumbled into serious debt, all for Lydia to have fun with her friends while he worried himself sick. Eventually, the inevitable happened. Arthur declared bankruptcy, losing everything he had worked for. Lydia's reaction was as swift as it was brutal. "What use are you now?" she'd sneered, her beautiful face contorted by disdain. "I'm not staying with a broke loser." She packed her bags and left, taking with her the last vestiges of Arthur's self-respect and leaving him in a silent, empty house choked by the dust of unpaid bills and shattered dreams. 4 months, Arthur existed in a fog of despair, working menial jobs to slowly chip away at his debt. He was a shell of his former self, wary of everyone, especially women. Yet, deep down, his kind heart still yearned for connection. He met Elara at a small, independent coffee shop where he often went to read a book and escape the city's noise. She was unassuming, dressed in simple, comfortable clothes, and always had a gentle smile for the baristas. She worked as an archivist, a quiet job that suited her calm demeanor. Arthur, despite his past trauma, found himself drawn to her quiet grace. He started with a polite nod, then a brief hello, eventually striking up conversations about literature and local history. He never spoke of his past wealth or his bitter bankruptcy. He simply presented himself as a man trying to rebuild his life, scarred but not broken. He was kind to Elara, genuinely interested in her thoughts, making her laugh with his dry wit, and listening intently when she spoke. He didn't offer grand gestures, for he had nothing to offer but his genuine self. Elara, in turn, was equally kind, patient, and understanding. She saw the goodness in him, the strength that had survived the storm. She never pressured him, never made demands, simply enjoyed his company. What Arthur didn't know was that Elara's unassuming facade hid a vast personal fortune. She was the sole heiress to a sprawling industrial empire but preferred a life of quiet anonymity, seeking genuine connection rather than being pursued for her wealth. Arthur's kindness, offered when he had nothing to give, was a rare and precious gift to her. He loved her for who she was, not what she possessed, a stark contrast to the leeches and opportunists she had encountered throughout her life. Their love blossomed slowly, organically, rooted in mutual respect and understanding. They found solace in each other's presence, a quiet joy that transcended material possessions. When Arthur eventually confessed the full extent of his past, Elara listened without judgment, her hand gently holding his. He was terrified she would leave, yet she simply squeezed his hand, her eyes filled with empathy. "Your past built the man I fell in love with, Arthur," she said softly. "It taught you kindness." It was only after they had fallen deeply in love, after months of shared laughter and quiet moments, that Elara, with some apprehension, revealed her true circumstances. Arthur was stunned, not by the wealth itself, but by her incredible humility and the depth of her trust in him. It didn't change how he felt about her, only deepened his admiration for her character. They were married in a small, intimate ceremony, far from the prying eyes of the world. Arthur, once a man ruined by greed, found his true wealth in Elara's love and the peace she brought into his life. Elara, tired of pretense and superficiality, found genuine happiness in Arthur's unwavering kindness and the simple, honest life they built together. Both had navigated their own storms, and in each other, they finally found their calm, their anchor, and their forever peace.